Sup everyone, I'm Crimshot and I'm going to react to Hunter x Hunter episodes 108, 9, and 10. So last time we had a bit of an episode for Nav. He pretty much broke down. He broke down after seeing, I guess, the aura of Neferpito or one of the royal guards. But he was able to get out, luckily. But he doesn't want to fight him anymore because he's just that broken. But we still have Palm, who's on the inside. She was able to drug the what was his name, Bezef, the secretary guy that was actually controlling the whole country behind the scenes before this all went down with the bugs. But yeah, he was having fun, and then Palm knocked him out with a drug that I guess she slipped in his tea that she was offering, and she was able to slip out, go up the elevator because it was like under like a underground warehouse or something, and she was stopped pretty much in the same place where Nav was. Again, I don't know if she would be able to activate the portal on her own. Like, how would she know that it was even there? It has to be all through Nav himself, but he is so broken at the moment, and he is worried for Palm, but who knows if he can really help her in that state, or help anyone for that matter. What was it? She had, like, there was two auras approaching Palm. It was like a purplish one, which I believe was Neferpito, but then it became like red, I guess more hostile. But I couldn't tell if it was like another royal guard that was emanating that different colored aura, or was it the same person who was the purple aura before and then they just turned hostile in that sense. Hopefully she doesn't die. I don't want her to die, right? She seems, she has her setbacks with, social issues, but she's at heart like a good person, and she loves Nav, and hopefully Nav can get out of that state, if anything, right? So that he can help in some way. Because he still has to like have it so that they'd be able to escape should anything happen once they do the infiltration job, trying to get in there, draw the guards away so that Netero would be able to get in there and fight the king by himself. But we also got to see Kelua. He's finally back in it. Ikal goes with him, and they're gonna meet up with Knuckle, Shoot, and Gon, along with Meteoran, who revealed himself to the rest, so he's part of the group now. And the king is still, I guess, playing Gungi with the kid. We still don't know her name. Was it, again, I don't know if her name was ever mentioned. While I was editing the other videos, I didn't see a name being said. I could have missed it. I'm sorry if I did, but if she hasn't had her name revealed yet, that's fine. Don't spoil it for me. It's not much of a spoiler for just a name though, so I guess that's fine either way. Let's just get into episode 108. Yeah, King's got his arm back. Looks good as new. Oh, her lips are all dried out. It was 6 days before, but now that it's only 3, it has been 3 days. Like she said, she could just go constantly playing Gugi for 3 days straight. And I guess it shows in the lips, right? Gungi of Komugi? Is Komugi her name? Yeah, he wants to beat you at your best. There's no point if he wears you down that way. Oh, they see her as a threat now? They're not gonna kill her, are they? Uh-oh. What happened? Did he catch himself? Yeah. Because that's not what the king wants. So dramatic. Metutu Yuppie is like, what is going on? So they gotta be fast at this. Look at their little chibi figures. Little going over the plan montage. She's either dead or in hiding. Wow, that's kind of blunt. That is true, though. Take her own life? I mean, if they're not gonna kill her, she doesn't have to, right? Concern is worthless. Wow. That's right. Because Nefapito can poke at the brain, make him talk. What's with the pigs with wings? Alright, they're waiting for that moment. That last day. Oh, now she's giving him advice, because he did ask her. In a way, it seems like she's teaching him how to strategize more appropriately, because he has been more aggressive this entire time. Move up the schedule? Okay, so she's actually getting better as well. They're kind of playing off of each other, you know? They're both growing. It's funny because Mentetsu Yuppie is just on the side and he sees the other two royal guards losing their minds. Okay, so Nav is still in on this. He just won't be fighting. He'll be in a safe place. The king will probably be so into the Gungi game, he doesn't care about the selection at this point. Strange. Is that her name? Oh, okay. No. Oh, okay. I'll never forget their position. It's almost like, what do you call that? Photographic memory? Only it's like through feeling. Okay, yeah, we didn't know her name. It was probably in the title card. Komugi. Yeah, Komugi. Tell me your name. He doesn't know. That's right. He was never told yet what his name was. I forgot about that. He was never told about his name. Now he's gonna ask around, what's my name? What is my name? They're all like, No, his name is Miriam or something like that. Yeah.
王ご自身が最もふさわしいと思われる名をつけられるのがよろしいか。
He's gonna name himself? Why does it feel like him finding out what his real name is, what the queen gave him, that name? Why does it feel like that'll be like a turning point? I feel like it's setting itself up like that. Yeah. Oh, so right now he's realizing he doesn't want her inside the selection. I don't think he wants to change her. Not say what? He's starting to see value in other life, in human. Yeah, he is king. Is he just calling himself king right now? Oh, okay. He's just high on himself right now. I thought it was going in a a positive way, but nah, it just went. It had to go that route. Is he gonna kill Komugi now? Why are you crying? You always think too much. I feel like nothing really changed. If he's saying this to himself now, he just didn't realize it before. Right now he's trying to convince himself that this game doesn't really matter if I beat her or not. What matters is I can kill her whenever I feel like it. Oh man. Dick Bird, man. Whoa. He's like so protective of her now. What is this creature? He is getting attached. Okay. I think it's obvious that should anything happen to this girl, yeah, it's donezo for everyone for everyone involved of her, demise. Alright, that was my reaction to episode 108. Yeah, the king is so conflicted with himself right now. It's gotten to a point where it's like he forgot why he was doing this stuff as a pastime to like beat the pros in these board games. And he's like, oh yeah, that's right. There's like all of these things that have potential, all of these creatures that have potential in something. But all that really matters is how awesome I am. I am so awesome. I can like put out anyone's life just like that. I am so like that was like the attitude he had. I am so awesome. Nothing can stop me. He opens the door and that all falls apart, right? With the bird. Why was the bird attacking her anyway? How did the bird get in there? Is there like a way? I think there was like a window up above. Not screened, of course, but yeah. What a dick bird. And yeah, he's like so conflicted. It's like, what am I doing? I'm awesome, but I want to protect this little fragile creature. It's like, what is this? I like that. Shia Poof, he comes off as being too dramatic, but I guess that falls in line with his character. You know, it's nothing to detract from, you know, who he is, but I love how Mentutu Yuppie is just on the sidelines and he's just like, yeah, I don't know. when the king is asking for his name, Shia Poof is just, he's saying this, Neferpito says that, and Mentutu Yuppie is like, yeah, I don't know, man. So far among the three, I think I like Mentutu Yuppie the most because he's just like, he's not about talking about, you know, dancing around. He's just upfront about everything. And like twice he was like, he walks in on Shia Poof doing the violin, and he's like so like with himself, right? And Mentutu Yuppie's like, and then there's also Neferpito when she was on top of the tower, where she was like so frustrated that she can't leave. She wants to fight Morel. So she's like losing her mind on the top of the tower. You see Mentutu Yuppie look out the window and you see, and he's like. So out of the three, I think Mentutu Yuppie is my favorite, like the most likable out of the three for me. I like Shia Poof that he is a musician though, because I play guitar, so I respect that. I actually wanted to learn violin at one point, but I never got my hands on one to actually practice. Maybe someday. But yeah, they dropped the her name. Her name is Komugi. And then she asked the question, "What is your name, Supreme Leader?" And he's like, But yeah, I forgot that he was never told what his name was. We were told because we were next to the queen as she died. It was heard by Shoot. It was heard by, you know, pretty much all the guys that are there. You got Knuckle, you got Morel, you got Nov. What was the bug's name that took care of the baby that came out last? Wow, I forgot his name already. Anyway, I'll probably look into it. But he knows as well. Like, they all know the king's name, and yet none of them in front of him knows his name. And it sounded like he was just calling himself king at that point, when he had that realization on how awesome he is, right? And he let his aura out. It sounded like, oh, my name is king. That's how it came off. But yeah, good episode. I'm excited. It seems they're gonna try and execute the plan pretty soon. It should be, I think when we were left off, it was just one more day left, you know. You got Nav, who's going to use his Nen to help them infiltrate. They're assuming that the king is gonna be on the 3rd floor overlooking the selection process. But then Kalua's like, oh, something feels off, you know. When they go in, Netero is supposed to come in shortly behind them. So they go in first. The idea is they'll be protecting the king. and they have to go out and stomp out the intruders, which would be the initial intruders, which would be, so we have we have Gon, Killua, Ikago, their group, and then we have Knuckle, Shoot. Are they their own? Oh wait, no, Meteoron is with them, and then I guess Morel is by himself because Nav is not gonna do anything. And then we got Netero up against the king. But something tells me that Killua is on point with something feeling off, right? That's the whole way the story is unfolding, right? But you have Killua saying something's off. You know, it's supposed to hint to us that it's not gonna go as planned. You know, go figure. But yeah, I think I talked about 108 enough. Let's go on to 109. I just remember that she mentioned about winning championships of Gungi for like 10 years back. How old was she again? Because 10 years back, you come to this and she still acts like a child. Like, how old was she when she did the first championship? I'm just throwing it out there. Because it doesn't seem like to line up with her, how she handles herself. Like, she's just bawling right now, you know? Taking stock and taking action. That sounds like a knuckle move. Stock. Yeah. So this is the day. Selection process will be today. Oh, ooh. That look of Ikago with, you know, his hands or his legs just not there. Okay, so they're gonna pop up right there. Ikago's never met Palm. How is he gonna know who's Palm? Did they show a picture of her or something? Yeah. Yeah, they're basing their whole plan off an assumption from observing them, you know. Yeah. Is it just Pito? It sounds like they're saying only Pito can emanate that type of aura. Oh, he saw Poof's aura. Yeah, that was when she was reattaching the arm to the king. Colt was his name, that was it. Whoa, that baby got big. Compared to what it used to look like. Is that a cat tail? Is this another cat baby? Looking at it again, from afar it looks like a cat's tail, but then when it was zoomed in earlier, it looked more like a rodent's tail. Oh, it was self-inflicted. Nah. Yeah. The king himself. I think the king is starting to lose control of himself. He's like racking his brain around trying to figure out what is he doing. Diego Plaza. Figures he names it after himself. Wow, they look so happy going to this thing. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be like a party, a celebration of something. I forgot what exactly is it for. Um, been told to them, right? But we all know what the real reason is for bringing them into the palace. うん。Oh, are they gonna try and drop the king in where uh into Nov's thing, his building room thing? Probably Pete though. Oh, okay. He's nominating himself. Yeah, that's Meteoron, right? Or can Meteoron is can you like hold someone else's hand during the whole Oh, never mind. They're in the room. 100 people in one of those buildings must have sucked these past 10 days. Or what? It was less than 10 days since they got ordered martial law. Tomorrow morning. Wait, what? Tomorrow morning at 3 p.m.? That didn't make sense. It's gotta be a typo. Do these people not see these soldiers just hopping nonchalantly across building tops? Okay. We won't be able to exit until midnight. Oh, is he? Is he back? What's with? Oh my god, dude, you gotta eat some. He's anorexic now. His freaking hair is all white. I mean, Morel's is, but Nov's wasn't before. Yeah. So it seems like Pito is the one that has the red aura, and that's the one they're worried about the most. Yeah, he's gonna get in and get out as soon as possible. His eyes are so dead. Those are like perfect rectangles that these people have made. Uh-oh. Huh? As you command. It looks like the king doesn't like his royal guards at this point. Oh, they're gonna gather right outside the gates of the palace? I thought they were all gonna flood in, but it makes sense that they can't hold that many people. What is that? Oh. He's more like a moth at this point. A moth disguised as a butterfly. Yeah, all those people are gone. Hypnotic effect, okay. はいや。It works out for us. Alright, crew's all here. I think it's safe to say that Palm is dead. Because that red aura was all over her at the end. Verge of fading away. Verge of fading away. Yeah, this is going back to what Knuckle was saying before he was even in that far deep into it. It's like, yeah, it goes back to Knuckle saying that you should give all life forms a chance. Don't just kill them all, you know? Can you though? Can you turn him back? I'm pretty sure you can't. He's dead. But it does go back to maybe someone out there has a nen that can bring the dead back to life. I don't know. We'll see. Kanmuru. 40 isn't good. 35 ain't any better. Yeah. All that matters is getting them away from the king. You can hear it in his voice too. He is just shook still. Okay. What? So about a minute. Okay. Everybody's like mentally strengthening themselves, you know, getting their head in the game. Tomorrow will be my birthday. That's interesting on how to look at it. Like a new me type of thing. For Ikogo. The king is having like an existential crisis right now. He's at a point where he's like, what's the point of all this? Why am I here? Why are we still here? I've been liking this background music they've been playing. Alright, we're getting... Oh, I got chills. We're getting right into it. Alright, that was episode 109. We got more talks about how they're going to infiltrate the palace. The look that the king gives to Neferpito after he finds out that, oh, Neferpito, you knew that she was being attacked. Komugi was being attacked by that bird. Bird. And you didn't say anything about it. Why didn't you say anything about it? It looks like the way he looks at his royal guards, like he doesn't care about them. I mean, he didn't have that... I mean, before he didn't really care about anything, right? But it seems like he does care about Komugi now. And he's starting to look at his royal guards in a sense that, oh, you are... like, if you're gonna get away with my Komugi, you better run before I get to you first, or something like that. But yeah, we got Nav. He's still in the game, but he is severely lacking in the presence he had before. Like his hair went white. You see his cheekbones and everything. He hasn't been eating, you know, a bit anorexic there, but he knows that he is the one true person that can do what, shoot, and the others were worried about communication wise, like should anything happen on the outside while we're in these rooms, or vice versa, how can we communicate, how do we know if the situation has changed? If it's changed, then we got to change up how we execute our part of the plan or something like that. So Nav is the one who's gonna continue on doing what he said he was gonna do. He's gonna be that person to let y'all know if anything's changed. You see the drone of hundreds and hundreds of people walking. Even before Shia Poof was up there, dusting it with like some kind of hypnotic, drug or whatever. They seemed out of it from the beginning. They're very obedient. Like these people, my God. It gives perspective on what kind of country it was before, I guess, with a leader like that who was himself a puppet even then. We haven't seen Palm for a while. I feel like she is dead because she was confronted with the red N or aura from Neferpito, and it seems like Neferpito is the only one that they're really worried about when it comes to aura, the N, to sense them out. They're really thinking that it's just her to look out for, and they're saying like, oh, as long as like once when we enter, as long as we discover that N, that hostile N that Neferpito gives off, we'll know that okay, so they are here, and we're gonna go to wherever it's the most dense, and that's probably where we're gonna find the king. Again, Kahlua is worried about whether or not they are gonna be in the place that they assume for them to be. Okay, it sounds like most of the plan is going off of a hunch based on what they've observed. Like they're being very observant. They're trying to collect as much info as possible. That recon. But there's only so much you can gather. They were able to deduce that it was the king that inflicted pain upon himself. They don't know the reason why, but that was the opportunity that opened up for them when that happened. Like Morel said, they didn't give much thought to it, but they've gone Kahlua. They were the ones who figured it out, along with Hikago, that the king was the one who inflicted pain upon himself, and that was the reason why Neferpito, she had to retract her N. And then by talking to Colt, they realized, if that is the case, it'd have to be for a healing purpose for Neferpito to do that. Also, that the kid that Colt said that he wanted to raise, at first from afar, like they had two shots where it was like more closer, it was kind of panning this way, right? And it looked kind of like a rat's tail, or not a rat's tail, but some type of rodent tail, because it had like a more pointy edge to it, end, I want to say. But then from afar, it looked rounded off like a cat's tail. So I'm trying to figure out what this baby is gonna possibly turn out to look like, and what animal it has been infused with. Because like all of these bugs that have the human in them, they also have some type of animal. Like again, there's Chitu with the cheetah, the Leo with the lion, simple stuff like that. I don't know what was that, Zazan, was that her name? She was like a scorpion chick, but then all of a sudden, as soon as Phaeton ruined her face, she was like, "Ugh, what have you done to my beautiful face?" And then she throws that out the window, just turns into a freaking croc or whatever. It's like, what was that about a face? It's like you scratch it once, you just go full blown ugly or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't quite understand that part. Going that many episodes back, I didn't understand that, why she went from a scorpion to like a reptilian type creature. But yeah, so it's kind of official now that the king No, not really official. I want to say that the king has his mind elsewhere. Like it doesn't seem like he's really interested in the selection process anymore. Like he only cares about Komugi, which is sweet and all, but should anything happen to her, all bets are off the table at that point, I guess. But anyway, let's get on to episode 110. This should be the one where, things go down, I think. Of course, why would you go to the others? It would suck if they didn't go with that one. They kind of went with the furthest one, so it kind of like makes Snuff like, oh, I just risked my life to get that far in, and you guys don't even want to use it. Oh, it's this girl. Never found out what she is, really. She has the hair thing going on. That's right, she's trying to dispel the Nen that's in, or that was following Chitu. What's wrong with him? Can he not talk? Oh, he can listen in, huh? Okay. I feel like after this whole selection thing would have been done anyway, they would have offed this guy, right? Okay, so he's like one of those that were like Lael. Oh, that's right. Nav left his shoes there. Did it really take them that long to find that? It's just out there on the floor in the open. How often do they walk these corridors? It's like only now you find that? Or is it to give perspective on just how big this palace is? I don't know. He's gonna go right to the staircase. He's gonna go right to the base of the staircase and notice that the scent went away. Oh, that's how she imagines how he looks. Yeah, he's still in that existential crisis phase. That I shall be slowly bored to death. You're not wrong. Like, even meant to the Yuppies, like... Oh! Oh, I love it when the king slaps his royal guards around with his tail. Look, she caught that. Really? So he's saying only put the inn outside the palace. And we all know that they're going to pop up within. So this really works in their favor, Gon and gang. Only outside.
また入電を許された者の中に賊がいればそれを看破できる類の能力でも
Yeah. So the show is just explaining to us, yeah, that's how it's gonna go down.
あとは
もうよい。円は宮殿内部の1階まで。それならば地下からの侵入にも対処できよう。2階以上には誰も来るなと伝える。くせ者が来る。世が自ら
Okay.
始末して
So her aura is gonna be
世が呼ぶまで
outside and first floor of the palace.
侵入すれば狼藉とみなす。
And he shall deal with anything that goes into second or third.
俺は一体どこにいりゃいいんだ。2階と1階をつなぐ中央大階段ですかね。
Oh, he's gonna be right there?
侵入者がいた場合もそこなら対応しやすいですし、大方の予想がつく。私の能力。
Spiritual message. That's right, I forgot this guy can read minds.
しかしそれは王に対する最大の侮辱行為。
Yeah, Shia is like aware of this change that is happening inside the king. This growth. To us, it's growth. To them, it's like, you know, something not needed. I just want them to pop up.
一応伝えとくか。お前ら2階に行ったら王様にマジで殺されるぞ。宮殿内の他の連中にも言っとけ。
He still has the marks from where he got slapped.
翼。そこが空を飛ぶ能力を持っていればどうだ。2階に侵入した。
Yeah, he doesn't know about this new end perimeter sensing. About it being only on the outside and the first floor. It's all about communication, people. Oh, here we go. Now he's doing it. He's asking the right questions. Yeah, he wants to find this intruder himself. I feel like this guy is our new Leo. He has such big aspirations of becoming the king. But I feel like he's doing it more smart. Oh, is that what he hears when he calls? To blow up the palace. Oh wow, did he really have to mention that? And he's just going right back down to his paradise. Yeah. I don't know his name, but that wolf guy, he comes off as like another Leo character. Like they had the same aspirations and everything. But I feel like he's going about it more in a smart way. Why don't you have a smoke? This is true. It'd be cool if Nav would have been able to get his portal on the second floor. Because then they would have been completely inconspicuously able to infiltrate. There was also talk from last episode with Shoot about talking about Kahlua fading away. Reproducing. Nah, that was all for him. Oh my god.
計画に変更はない。
覚悟なしでそんな場面にぶち当たってたら。Please,
I just thought for a moment that maybe the king would set up Komugi when she grew up a bit more, take her as queen, maybe.
状況引っかかってるけど、女かどうかは置いといて、第三者の存在ってのはいい線だと思う。そこに。
It's like they're not wrong, but it's for the wrong reasons.
王はなんで自分自身を傷つけたんだ。
考えてみろ。自分で自分を傷つけるのはどんな時だ。
自分が許せない時。
そこから導き出される王の性格は無機質な暴君ではなく誇りを持つ為政者。確かにプライドを守るために痛みを避けないタイプだとすると、俺の経験上そういう奴は意に沿わぬ説得には決して応じない。
この過程から紡がれる正解がまだ出ていない。
Yeah.
そんな予感。その答えの意外さが最悪の場合、俺たちの計画を全て狂わせそうな。
時間だ。
くそ、時間がない。
I forgot Shoot doesn't have an arm.
10秒前からカウントを始める。行くぞお前ら。
Wait, why is Flutter there? I just noticed him. Was he always there? Alright, that was episode 110. Little disappointed. I thought they were gonna break in already, but it was more to be had before then. You got the guy, I don't know his name, he's the wolf guy. He seems to have a bit of a Leol in him, but he's handling it more smart. He was able to get Bizif off of Palm's trail. It sounds like they never found her, so she is around somewhere. That's a good thing. It was funny when they were thinking that, oh, is it possible that the king was... he's like pushing the other guards away so that he could have a little alone time, kind of like what Bizif was doing. They were thinking, right? But I mean, it is because of someone, but not for the same reasons they were thinking about. They actually had the image of like the king and Palm, you know, but I'm sure that was never going to happen. What was it? Yeah, at the very end, Flutter was there. Why was he there? And he was like all for it. What was he there during the other times and I just didn't notice? I know that he was brought in by Nav and knocked out when Nav figured out that he was the one doing the surveillance for Leol with his dragonflies and everything. But was he always just there? He was just always around, and I don't remember there being a conversation where he'd be like, okay, I'm gonna join you guys, you know? There's nothing like that, but he seems like all for it, like yes, or maybe he's tricking them. It's like, yeah, I'll be on your side. And then once he gets out, because he is kind of like a prisoner there. Like you can't get out unless they let you out. So I could see it follow in that line of thinking, but yeah, that caught me by surprise at the very end. But yeah, I'm disappointed because I thought they would have gone into the palace already. Which is now, what was it? The king is frustrated, like he's very moody, and the other guards have noticed it. Mintu Yupi, he got the slaps, and it was funny when Nefropito, she was able to sense that. She didn't see it, but she sensed it, and then she's like all happy because now it's all of them that was beaten by the king. They got the slaps from the tail. I thought that was a little funny, but yeah, the king is sick of Nefropito's end always constantly surveilling his every move, so he was like, you know, frustrated about the whole idea of having to stay in a confined space just so that her Nen won't be there, because she said that she can control it a certain way. Like, I can make this area to where it doesn't have N, and everything around it, it'll be fine. And the king didn't like the idea of having to order her to move it wherever he goes, whenever he wants to go somewhere. So they compromised because Neferpita was saying, oh, it's like if I put everything, all my in on the outside, it's possible they can still come up from underground, and she can't detect them if they're already inside. So the king compromised. He said, okay, you know what? We'll do all outside the palace, and we'll do all on the first floor. Nothing on the second or the third floor. Don't even come up here. If anything does come up there, he's gonna handle it himself. What was it? So, what was it? Mentutu Yupi, he is right there at the bottom of the staircase. So once they come out, Mentutu Yupi was gonna be like right there. Shayapoof, he's still out. He's still drugging the citizens. I guess they're still falling in line, still gathering at the moment. But yeah, what was it? The wolf guy, he was talking about how to get Bezef off his back, or just out of there altogether, he convinced him that whoever infiltrated, he convinced them that Palm is working with someone who can teleport, you know, Nav, because Leo relayed that information to him, right? So he's relaying that type of truth to him, but also dropping a bomb type of scenario, which we know is not true, but he was very convincing, and that's how Bezef was able to go, you know, be at ease in a way. And now this wolf guy is going to try and find the means as to why the intruder did what they did, because Nav left his shoes, you know, he was able to follow the scent from those shoes, and he lost sight of it at the base of the stairs, which we know is where Nav escaped through the portal. I'm really curious where Palm is exactly, because then, like, did she go back down the warehouse? And she's just hiding down there? Or is she hiding somewhere in the palace? It can't be, because Neferpita would have, Neferpita would have found her. She was confronted with the end. I'm like going back to that, right? Palm was confronted with that end from Neferpito at the very end of the last 3 episodes I reacted to. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Is it possible that they killed Palm but they didn't say anything to the king? I don't know. Yeah, I like where this is going, where the king is just like so frustrated about, you know, should anything happen to Komugi, and you guys, you 3 royal guards, you guys are getting on my nerves right now and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Going back to the whole thing where Shoot was, you know, he was observing Killua. He noticed that Killua is like fading away. Going back to that, right? What does that mean? Fading away. Like, is Killua not all there for some reason? Killua mentioned that he got like a new move. It was like Kan Muru or something like that. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it does. Don't know how more powerful it's gonna be. It has something to do with his electrical net, right? But yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted to say for the moment. But yeah, I mean, there's like more stuff I wanted to talk about. I either said it during, or yeah, like during it happened, while it happened, or if not, I probably just said it in my mind, and I apologize that I didn't speak out loud. I'm trying to get better at that, but yeah, it's ramping up for sure, and the next three episodes is where it's all gonna go down, I guess. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Shoots.